Welcome back. I'm Wyatt Goolsby in for Lauren Ashburn. Many Catholics believe there is a culture war raging in the United States. Our next guest says the Virgin Mary must be at the heart of any Christian effort to renew society. Joining us now is Dr. Carrie Gress, author of The Marian Option, God's Solution to a Civilization in Crisis. Carrie, how can American Catholics use Our Lady to change the culture?
Well, I think if you look at Europe and see just the dramatic influence that Our Lady has had upon culture in Europe, we can see that she has got this ability to bring order anywhere that she comes, and along with that comes beauty and a deeper sense of God. So I think the deeper our devotion goes, that's really what where Our Lady can be influential in our own culture.
You write in the book, no other organization in the history of the world has done more to promote the dignity of women than the Catholic Church.
Right.
Tell us how.
Well, I think it started obviously with Christ and his example of treating women with equal dignity to men. But even looking at different religions and even the Greeks, Aristotle described women as deformed males. So we see a lot of women being treated as second-class citizens, but Christianity really changed all of that. And I think very few of us are aware of where our equality comes from culturally. And so that's one of the things that I talk about a lot in the book that is certainly a missing piece, I think, in our culture today.
Well, that seems like that's really the big push, is just to get the information out there, because it seems like so many people don't realize that, the connection between the dignity of the woman and the figure of the Virgin Mary.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's very...
Because most of the time I think in today's culture there's the pushback saying that there's sort of this tension between religion and women's issues.
Exactly.
Why is that not the case?
Well, it's certainly not the case because of the fact that Mary just elevated the status of women to another level. And I think one of the things we're seeing in our own culture is a move away from that in the direction of really not embracing the values and the gifts that women have. So we're trying to equate women with men, that equality really means that we're the same as men. And in order to do that, we have to have contraception on demand, we have to have abortion on demand. And so this is the message that a lot of women are getting, and this is why we're seeing radical secularism push back so much against Christianity and Catholicism in particular.
What would you say to people who think then that the Catholic Church should allow women to be priests? And I know that's tough to answer in such a short period of time.
Yes, no, it's definitely a tough question, but I think that it goes back to this understanding of who Mary is. I mean, she's not a doormat, and her role and influence in culture and history and even geopolitically have been substantial, and I outline that in the book. And so I think there's a whole set of gifts that women have that have been truly underrated and underappreciated, and we need to get back to that, really, to balance our culture out again and restore peace and happiness to the whole culture in general.
Sure, powerful message. Dr. Carrie Gress, author of The Marian Option. Thanks so much for talking with us about it.
Thank you.